where you need a lioness to make cubs, you don't need to worry about it. A woman just needs to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational, cooperative, submissive, childless. I prefer childless. I prefer childless women, honestly, because you don't need the problems that come along with that. Plus, women need to come in and enhance your life. The worst thing you can do as a man at this level is be dominating or separating from the pack and then trying to manage a woman to get on your schedule. If you're going down the lion path, the lionesses instinctively follow the lion. If you're dealing with a woman who ain't following you, let her go. This is why it's so important for men to start strong. Starting strong was a critical task. And in order to start strong, you must start strong by building your network. And I talked about the Esquire phase of life. Today, we're going to talk about when you blow the competition away. And Esquire phase is the ages 18 to 29. The next phase of life is where you have to decide, you start making big decisions. Big decisions are made in the next phase of life. And like I said Monday, from time immemorial, you can look at how men make decisions at this phase of life, and it determines everything else. And what I mean is how you choose to handle women. How a man chooses to handle women is going to be the deciding factor under a lot of things. See, it's easy to go mano a mano with a man, but oftentimes you will have men who are straight up alpha male competitive in their field, in their chosen field of endeavor, but when they get home, they're straight up betas. Straight up, and you are losing at home. This is why it's so important what you do next. And this is why I've talked, guys, think about the video I did yesterday, possibly the worst conversation ever. And I want you to understand there's a horse, a thoroughbred. Horses have their purpose, but donkeys also have their purposes. Mules serve no real purpose in life. Mules are sterile, the cross between a horse and a donkey. And I talked about women, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. That's what we tend to want women to be. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. I've dubbed it Phoebe, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. But all of that rests firmly on a foundation of mindset. See, we often talk about a woman being feminine as if that is all inclusive. She needs to have a feminine mindset. Meaning there are women who can be feminine, but they can be as stubborn as a freaking mule. And gentlemen, in life, you must have people that are on your team. And this is where guys tend to fall apart. At 30 years old is where I think a lot of men should start thinking about what they want to do with a woman. If you're going on the corporate track and things like that, your network, your relationships are going to be more important than if you're an entrepreneur, solo ventures and things like that. But you got to decide what you're going to do about women, because either path, whether you go in the GQ path, the refined, sophisticated kind of corporate path where your network and your connections play a large part in your success, or whether you're going down the tiger path, and I call this the lion path. The lion path. You're an apex predator. You're the king of the jungle, but lions have prides. You don't see male lions roaming around. They're always looking for a pride. Tigers, on the other hand, get together, mate, and leave. Tigers are solitary animals. So I don't want you guys to think one path is better than the other. They just come with different things. The bachelor path The Playboy player bachelor, I'm just going to call that the bachelor path, is the tiger path. That's the one where you have your friend groups, your wolf pack, but your relationships with women are strictly for pleasure and fun only. These guys aren't seeking to build legacy or any of this kind of stuff. And to that end, men over on this side, you shouldn't concern yourself about the gender war or relationships because your dating is going to be short term. It may be serial, but it's going to be short term. So you shouldn't. If you're a tiger, guys, don't be. Why are you going? There's so many guys that I listen to who are going down this path who concern themselves with a woman's body count and her being submissive. If you're not going down the lion path, where you need a lioness to make cubs, you don't need to worry about. A woman just needs to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational, cooperative, submissive, childless. I prefer childless. I prefer childless women, honestly, because you don't need the problems that come along with that. Plus, women need to come in and enhance your life. The worst thing you can do as a man at this level is be dominating or separating from the pack and then trying to manage a woman to get on your schedule. If you're going down the lion path, the lionesses instinctively follow the lion. If you're dealing with a woman who ain't following you, let her go. This is what I want all you men to do. I want you to check your relationships with women and understand, are you going down the lion path or are you going down the tiger path? And the women you're dealing with, if you're in the lion path, the only women you need to be dealing with are women that are wife category. Because every other woman is getting your masculine attention and everything else. She's getting your masculine energy, and she's not paying the cost. Okay, so why is this important? Esquire, 18 to 29. Then you have a decision to make. Do I want family, legacy? Do I want to be involved, community, active, such and so forth? Or do I want to be an international man? Do I want to be what I call like an elite man, an eligible bachelor, the most eligible bachelor? If I was, one of the things I would not do, I would never deal with a woman with children. Whether you're lion or tiger, no children. Especially if you're going to be a lion. If you're going to be a lion, make your own pride. The only way I would deal with children is after 35 and a tiger. See, lions are social cats. That means you're going to have a social life. That means you're going to have a masculine wardrobe. That means you're going to have a lot of things. The tiger, you're going to have a wardrobe. You're going to have your wolf pack. You're going to have a passport. Because you are traveling like your godfather. Your godfather is going to be going international this spring and summer, God willing, and the creek don't rise. But between now and then, Beverly Hills, Miami, Las Vegas. Got to get out and move, guys. One of the things that you notice a lot of guys that I talked to on Monday, they did not do. They were sedentary. Lion or tiger, you can't go down. You can't go down the lion path if you can't bring home the wildebeest. You got to be able to bring home the wildebeest, the gazelle. What else wildebeest, gazelle, antelope? You can't be running up to the pride with a bunch of rabbits and hedgehogs. No. You need to have your wolf pack so you can bring down some big game like water buffalo, because you got lioness and cubs. Lion and the guys who go down the lion path, ladies, you understand? You the lioness, you at home. He probably gonna have some. He gonna have you are the primary wife. He likely will have a mistress and a sugar baby or a call girl or something on the side. I'm giving y'all the full spectrum. This whole thing where you think you're going to get a lion and he's going to be strictly monogamous and this and that because it's the moral right thing to do. Hey, man, Negotiate it all up front. If you want strict monogamy, get an average man. If you want strict monogamy, get an average man. Or if you can find a lion who believes in strict monogamy, cool. I'm not making a value judgment either way. Okay? Now, the tiger. Tigers aren't going to give you commitment. Tigers don't marry. Tigers may have a long-time girlfriend, a steady, as it were, but they don't marry. And they don't marry because of their reasons. No judgment on that. But either way, a lion needs a territory. So lions are going to be probably going to be guys like in the Esquire phase, living in the heart of the city, living in a high-rise apartment or whatever. But these guys tend to wait till they're married to buy a home. There's no reason for a lion to buy a home until he has a pride. So lions and tigers tend to live in the same places. But lions are looking to build their social network and their internal network, their pride.